Hi, so we're going to go through another new deck to my collection. This is the Tarot of Light. This used to go by a different name. I'm not sure what the other name was. It might have been the Tarot of Love. That's in my mind for some reason. But this is by Denise Java and the artwork's by Tony Carmine Salerno. It comes in a sturdy 2-piece box. It's a Blue Angel deck. The inside of the box is just this red colour. And we get the guidebook. Inside you is an enormous pool of creativity, endless ideas and possibilities just waiting to be loved by you. Tony Carmine Salerno. So I've got table of contents. So it looks like the split into changed, I mean not split, looks like they changed in the names of them. So it's angels, hearts, trees and stars. So I don't know, I feel like that might be air, cups, pentacles and wands, I'm assuming. Let's see if it says anywhere. That's good. So you've got a quick guide for keywords. That's good. Yeah, angels, swords, hearts, cups, trees, pentacles and stars, wands. Yep, so that was right. So you haven't got a quick guide for the minor, but you have for the major, from what I can see. This is just adverts. So this this guidebook goes up to 109 pages about this book, about this deck. Yeah, so you haven't got a quick guide for the minors. Well, you have, sort of. It's kind of cut down into telling you what they're about. So like ideas, conflicts, truths, feelings, emotions, sensations and that, but it's not got a breakdown of all of the numbers. Okay, quite a decent sized book, but I want to see a start of a walkthrough because I never watched the walkthroughs fully. That's sturdy, it's not got any of the sides that I've let it all slip through. When I start a walkthrough and if I see cards that I actually like, I stop watching the walkthrough. I hate these bands. I always end up destroying my cards with these. I haven't nicked any of them. Nope, I got away with that one. If I see a few cards that I like, I stop watching, so I can experience them myself. So let's bring us in a little bit. Okay, so we've got the Fool, which is the beginning in this deck, and it's initiation. The Magician, impulse. Like that, it's got something like kind of lighting up at his third eye. The High Priestess, intuition. I think this is the card that I've seen and I thought, yeah, no, I want that. And I've been doing this a lot recently and I should really watch the full walkthroughs, because what I'll find is that I like a few cards and then I just don't get the rest of the deck, or the art style will change dramatically halfway through the deck and I'm like, I'm not really sure if I like that. So I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better at what I'm buying. But this one I felt really drawn to, so this was just like a grab it. Grab it and we'll see what happens. I love this. This deck would be really good for intuitive reading. I feel like the cards are actually quite thick. They feel almost a bit like plasticky. And that's the backs, sorry. It's like kind of mandalas with this heart in the middle. I feel a bit plasticky, but I feel like they've got a good bend to them. You've got the Empress, the Mother. The Emperor, the Father. Looks a bit like Jesus, doesn't it? The Teacher for the Hierophant, guidance. The Lovers, ecstasy. The Chariot's been changed to the Path, exploration. Strength has been changed to the Force with strength as a keyword. The Retreat with the Hermit, meditation. Aren't they really pretty? I really like this deck. It feels like good vibes. It feels like good vibes. The Wheel, breakthrough. The Wheel of Fortune. The Divine Order, equilibrium would be justice. The Turnaround would be the Hanged Man, revelation. I like that actually. That's like a good thing to think about. The turnaround, like looking at something from a different point of view, having a second look at something. Release would be death, metamorphosis. The Acceptance, harmony would be temperance. The Shadow, fear would be the Devil. What have you got, Boris? What have you got? Where have you got that from? Oh, I've got 4 pugs. Anytime they get in my bedroom, they find things and start eating. The Ego, collapse, that is the Tower. I like the idea of the Tower being the ego. The Star, hope. The Moon, illusion. Aren't they dead pretty? It's so pretty. Sun, vitality. The awakening, emergence would be judgment. Universe, expansion, the world. So now we're into the angels, which is the sword suit. So we've got the ace, wisdom, the 2 with balance, three with clarification. I like that actually. Accepting the truth, isn't it? I think the 3 of Swords, we always think of heartbreak or heartache or healing or mending. It's about having to face the truth, isn't it, and deal with it. Painful lessons. Four is rest. Five is withdrawal. So that's interesting because we usually get like defeat, don't we, for the 5 of Swords? We'd usually get the idea of defeat or defeating. So withdrawing from something that you know you might not be. You know, if someone's being underhanded, then you're not gonna win anyway. So it's like a no-win situation. You could withdraw from. These are blue. I've just noticed that. So the majors are white. These are like a very pale blue colour. They're not as big as I thought they were going to be. I don't know why I thought they were going to be like big docker cards, but they're not. Unless I've ordered another deck and they're big cards. I'm not sure, but I thought these were going to be huge for some reason. So we've got the 6 with transition. And you get the idea of movement here with this swirling pattern going on with the angel. Seven is progress. So the 7 of Swords is usually about reflecting and assessing like situations. And is it what it looks to be? You know, when we think of the 7 of Swords, we never know what's actually going in that card. So it's like progress. So this is taking a different spin on it, because usually I would think of like reflection and assessment of a situation before reacting to it, because you just don't know what's going on in the situation. So I'd be interested to read up on that one. We've got the 8, confusion. So it's still like swirling going round them, so you still get the idea of kind of being stuck, but then the headspace is lit up as well, so it tells you that it's like kind of the mind, it's in the mind. And that you are, with them being a red being in this card, it's telling them that they are in control. They are, you know, they are in charge of their own destiny. They have the power, they have the authority to decide whether they stay in this energy or not. I was just realising that. Nine, guardian. That's interesting as well, because nightmare, but it's about anxiety usually, isn't it? The feeling anxiety, worry, stress, letting things get on top of you, feeling things are bigger than what they actually are, worrying that things are bigger or worse than what they actually are, and allowing it to consume you. So for this to be guardian, this is another deviation which I'd be interested. I don't know whether this is more Thoth based, or I don't know. I've never studied the Thoth, but it is a deviation, so I'd be interested to read up on this one as well. Then you've got the 10 and surrender. So it seems like the more difficult type cards are the ones that are slightly changed, which I can understand in the tarot light. And it also gives you a new meaning to play with when you look at these cards, because I think sometimes we can get so stuck in what's expected, or like the status quo of things, when it's not always about that. So the page is mysticism. The knight is watcher. The queen is visionary. I like that for the queen, actually. And the king is the peaceful warrior. I like that for the king as well, actually, because they're more subdued, aren't they, the king? They're not ones to kind of burst and react. They've been there, done that. They've like kind of learned the lessons, and they know how to contain and control themselves. So I like that. They're still gonna fight the good cause, but they're not going to be as triggered by certain things. So I like that. So we're going to a pinkish board. Yeah, pink, like purpley pink border. So we've got the ace. This would be the cup suit. Ace of hearts with love. I like the fact that the heart's on fire as well on this one. The 2 with union. It's very similar to, was it the lovers? I think it's the same image, isn't it? That's the same image but recolored. Yeah. It's interesting that they've done that one. The 3 with joy. Usually that celebration coming together. The 4 with depression. I mean, I suppose I could see that with the 4 of cups, because, you know, it's like the melancholy feeling of it, isn't it? Just not being fussed, or not being engaged, or being drawn to anything, and just not having the enthusiasm behind you to do things or to accept offers that come your way, because you're just not in the right mind space. But sometimes as well, it's not because you're depressed or anything, it's just because you just need some time out from anything like that. So sometimes you're just having a bit of time to yourself. The 5 with sorrow. The 6 with the past. Doesn't look too happy about it though, does she? 7 with choices. like the fact that you got the third eye. I mean, even in this one, like I think all of them have pretty much got the third eye lit up, but with this one it's reminding you to trust your intuition with things, not to go rushing into things on a whim. The 8 with codependency. That's a deviation as well, and that's an interesting one, although it fits. It's learning when something's not good for you, and you have that kind of codependent connection with someone or something, that if it's not good for you, that you've got to walk away. So then you walk right into the 8 of Cups meaning, don't you, the walking away, being able to separate yourself from emotions no matter how strong you feel them. It's not right, so being able to move on from it. So yeah, such a good way of looking at it. The 9 of Hearts with stability. I like the fact that you've got a tree there for the image of stability, about being grounded. The 10 with culmination. With the Page with innocence. And he's not just got one fish, he's got loads of fish like that. But the heart on display, yeah. Not been hurt yet, gonna learn a few lessons there. Got the Knight with romance, with his hands conveniently placed at his man bits, because he's all about that. The Queen with Sixth Sense. I like that one. I do like that one. I like the card as well, actually. The King with Healer. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know about that. I think all the King of Cups energies that I know are all very they're very aloof people. They can be kind, they can be caring, they can be nurturing. They can when they want to be, and if they don't want to be, if it doesn't suit them in the moment, then they're not going to be. It usually benefits them. So yeah, be interesting to read that one and see what it says about that. So we're moving into a greeny kind of sage colour for the trees, which is the Pentacles. The Ace of Trees is abundance. Try to see if I can see what it says on there. Oh, I can't read it. It's too small for my eyes. The 2 with flexibility. You see that in the 2 bending trees, bending towards each other. I'll learn to adapt. And you get like the eyes there. 3 with dedication. That's a bit of a deviation. I do wonder if these, I've never read up on this text, so I don't know if it is based on the Rider-Waite. Not the Rider-Waite, the Fourth. The 4 with growth. And they always say like the four's like the miser card, isn't it? Or being selfish or greedy or hiding your money and stuff like that. But I think sometimes growth for me, when the Four of Pentacles comes up, the growth aspect of that is that I don't have to spend my money the second I've got it. I can keep hold of my money and not get myself into debt and not get myself into situations where I've got no money because I'm that eager to spend it because I've got it. So it's about kind of getting a bit of common sense. For me, the Four of Pentacles is about getting a bit of common sense with money and not being so stupid with it. And that is growth. The Five with limitations. Six with receiving. The Seven with contemplation. The Eight with skill. Right, Dotty. Come sit down, you nutcase. Come sit down. Nine with refinement. Ten with loyalty. Oh, I like that for the 10 actually. Page as the dreamer. Knight as custodian. I like that for the Knight actually as well. Wants a little bit sensible. Right, Dottie, you're acting like a nutcase. The Queen with nurturer. Do you know what I actually like about this picture? Is we do think of the Queen of Pentacles as the nurturer, and she can be the one that's kind of doing everything for everybody else. And yeah, she's on a game, and she's, you know, she's the one that's usually quite sufficient and in control. But she can be a bit too in control, so she looks a bit sad on this picture, if you ask me. So it's like she enjoys helping other people, but then she could be the one that gets overlooked as not being the one that needs help or needing comfort and stuff. So I don't know, that's where it took my mind then. So I've got the King with architect. Then we're into the stars, which is the wands, and we've gone to like a creamy coloured border. I thought it would have been yellow or something. So we've got the Ace of Stars with creation. It's going to be harder to pick up now. The Two with boldness. I'll be interested to read up on that one as well. It's a bit. The Three revisions. See, I'd have probably put visions with too, because it's this is the idea of like you're thinking about things and then you're not actually doing them yet. 4 with advancement. 5 with diversity. 6 with success. 7 with faith. 8 with surge. I like the surge actually for the 8. 9 with perseverance. Like blood, sweat and tears. Not backing down. Got the 10 with hoarding. That's interesting. That's an interest. I can see it, but yeah, no, I can't. I mean, not in the image, but I can see. Yeah, I can get that. Page with curiosity. That's cute. The Knight with adventurer. Is he the same knight that's been in all these as well? Got the same kind of look on her. The Queen with illuminator. And the King with alchemist. So it's quite a chunky deck. I don't know why I thought it was going to be like big deck. I might have ordered another one that is going to be a big deck. I don't rifle shuffle, but I do kind of side shuffle. Shuffle's all right like that, but when you're pushing it together, you can feel if you try to give it a good shove, it'd be sticky. Oh Christ, what am I doing? Jesus. Like there, if you grab it and try and push it together there, it's grabby. If you go loose with it and just pat it, it'll shut in. It is quite big, but I can still get my hands around it. I think it might actually be this a little bit bigger, but it's not quite as big as a standard oracle because I can't get my hands around oracles. I have to do them a separate way. Now it's a bit clumpy that way, but I feel like with a bit of wear it would wear in and not be as grabby. But it is a bit grabby. Or it's new, so let's have a look at one. The 8 of Angels. Confusion, so this would be the 8 of Swords. So you get a fair bit of text for each one, so you get confusion. Overthinking has blinded you to the truth. An answer for the heart cannot be found through the mind. Open your heart and feel the loving wisdom. So description. This beautiful angel has forgotten how to shine. Withdrawn and backed into the shadows, she feels sorry for herself. She may even blame the human race for making her feel this way, but look closely. Even though she hides herself away, the love flows around her like a protective layer. Her nakedness is not a vulnerability. She is not a victim. 8 is the number of empowerment, and she will remember who she is. Love illuminates the memory of her beauty and her ability to shine. Soon she will rise more glorious than before. So the meaning, the 8 of Angels finds peace within the mind. Brain just won't compute that word. Maelstrom. Step out of the turbulence. The restriction is self-imposed. There is an for God's sake, there is an uneasiness around a new situation, job or relationship. You are being held back by an illusion. Do not confuse the fear of the unknown with the intuitive warning. You have reached the boundaries of your comfort zone. You are on the right path. Your dreams lay beyond the familiar and are taking you into a new territory. Celebrate. Clarity will come. Rider-Waite correlation is the 8 of Swords. Crisis, imprisonment, weakness and sickness. So I like that. I do like that. So I actually really like this deck, and I knew I would. I was just really drawn to the first few cards I'd actually seen, especially the High Priestess. High Priestess is kind of the card that I look out for in all decks, and if she's done well, I usually will get on all right with the deck. But I do like that. And all fits nicely back in. So that is The Tarot of Light by Denise Jarvie and Tony Carmine Salerno. All right, thank you.